Welcome to Dick Fight Island.
Yeah, welcome to Dick Fuck.
You're listening to the No Big Banana Podcast.
Hey, everybody.
How's it going?
Welcome back to the No Big Banana Podcast. My name is Charles.
My name is Justin.
And I have a list of things to talk about for a few
Please.
reasons. For one, no more politics anymore. None of that anymore. I had to delete my Twitter today about politics. So
Rip.
we're just going to talk about other stuff. I had some notes. But what I was just talking about was the dice.
Oh, yeah. That's like, it just peaks the audio every time.
Yeah, so I edit a lot of our episodes, and there's a text in here somewhere that I sent to Justin, and I'm going to find it about dice.
And I'm going to find
It was something that was like, well, I can't find what it said, but it said something like, hey, instead of like rolling dice, can we just like have them shoot guns next to the microphone? Because like that
It's
would
about the
probably
same.
be quieter.
Yeah.
It's problematic. One thing that I had a note about was suspenders.
Why do you think it's so, like, why is it so bad?
Why is what so bad?
The dice.
I have no idea. I don't know
It's just
what it is.
Super
It's
weird.
just the type of sound it is, I guess. Like the clicky,
Oh, maybe like-
clicky clacky on even on the wood. It's just like, and also rigs sometimes will just like
let her rock.
it's just like
Yeah.
the glass table.
The method acting.
The
It's
glass
good.
table was way worse.
Yeah.
Suspenders.
What about suspenders?
Either last episode or and we missed a week. Sorry about that.
Easter. I don't know.
Yeah, all kinds of crazy stuff going on. A wedding, my car was messed up, all kinds of reasons that
You've
we
got
missed
like
a week.
you've got like a white spot in your garage.
Yeah, well, that's fine. That's healing.
Yeah.
That's what that is. In an episode, you were like, yeah, you strike me as the kind of guy that would wear suspenders. And it's funny that you said that because I wore suspenders like my entire junior and senior year in high school.
I can definitely see it.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, you seem like the type. Yeah.
I have
It's the same with like Chris.
I still have like 4 pair.
I don't understand it, but like Chris Powers,
Suspenders,
it doesn't make any sense, but like everything works.
Yeah.
It's just one of those. It's just like, God damn it! It's like,
There's like
it's perfect.
There's a peacefulness in the eclective.
yeah, suspenders on like
Style.
on a Segway just rolling through, like
Yeah, I
has
think
a chip in his hands and like
it's pretty disarming. I hope it would be. That's kind of part of my goal. Like my main goal is comfort, but also like I feel like it's hard to like get angry at a guy in this shirt,
yeah, for sure.
right? So like I don't know.
I
Just
get you.
Try to bring the positivity, man. You know?
I like comfortable.
There's so much negativity going on. Just try and keep things positive.
Yeah, why not?
So
It's really not that hard.
I had suspenders.
I don't know.
Matchbox 20.
Matchbox 20.
I made a note about that just because
Sure, fill me in.
you're a few years younger than me, but Matchbox 20 is somewhere or something. What's it called? Somewhere or something without you. I think is what the name of the album is.
I have a very, very vague.
That's one of those.
memory of that.
That's one of those perfect lightning in a bottle albums,
Mm.
like Jagged Little Pill.
Gotcha.
That album is a banger. It has the fucking. Well, I wonder what it's like to be a superhero. Bow, 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 bow. You don't know what I'm talking about?
I have no idea.
I wanna push you around. Well, I will. Well, I will.
I recognize the song.
Dude, it's so 90s.
It is, yeah.
It's so like.
I mean, I guess maybe it's more like I have more of like memories of like around the 2000s.
It was like
For
this,
music?
It was like this weird bridge between grunge and like
Pop rock.
rock pop. Yeah. It was this
Yeah.
weird transitional period, but there's a lot of great albums from then. And I don't know why I thought of it the other day. I think there was a song of theirs, and I was like, "Oh, that's a
fuck
throwback."
yeah.
I haven't heard that for a
Hell
while.
yeah.
And
I'm
then I
gonna ride
looked it
that
up.
jam. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, let's look it up. You didn't hear you haven't heard either of those songs I just sang.
I know. I am positive I have heard them. I just had no like recollection of it. Doesn't ring any bells.
Someone or something, yourself or someone like you. That's what it's called. 96 it came.
Does it have like a
This
like
guy.
barcode? Oh.
That's the...
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I do
I'll put it on the screen.
He kind of looks like what's his face from Bubbles.
Oh, from Trailer Park Boys?
Trailer Park Boys.
Yeah, he's got that same kind of vibe.
It's cool.
Okay, so, dude, 3 a.m. It's 3 a.m. I must be lonely.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't
Real
heard
world,
those songs in,
long
like-
day, 3 a.m. push. Girl like that. Well, you got to think with a girl like that. Any love at all is better than nothing. Dude, it's good.
I mean,
man.
like I said, man, like I don't know. I remember hearing it, but I
so world, man, don't it make you wanna sing? Damn. That was a fun one because that was an excuse to cuss.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
They were just looking for like the parental advisory sticker.
I don't think it had one. I don't think they existed yet.
Did you know that? I think
They
there's
didn't exist for a while.
Didn't I forget his name, but like he did an album called Jazz from Hell.
Let's look it up in ye old compendium of life.
Yeah, I believe it's called Jazz from Hell. I forget the guy's name.
Frank Zappa.
Frank Zappa.
My dad loved Zappa.
It has a parental advisory rating, even though it has no lyrics at all.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Illustrations.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's probably that.
Likely it's the art. Because
I didn't think about that.
Weird dude.
I just thought it was cool. I was like,
he has a
hell
kid
yeah,
named
fuck yeah.
Moon Unit.
Yeah, I do. I
And Dweezil.
I am aware of Moon Units.
Yeah, man. I mean, no disrespect to Moon Unit.
No,
like,
I'm sorry.
That's
I'm
cool,
sorry.
but also, like, I don't know. I just think it's like,
I also think it's kind of strange to name the girl Zelda.
I think it's distasteful to name kids like that kind of
like meme names.
Yeah, like that kind of goofy, like gimmicky shit.
Yeah,
because you don't have to live with that name.
No. You just
by
write
the
this out on
way,
the paper.
You're
and
gonna
like,
be
fuck yeah.
dead, and they're gonna have to live like another 50 years with it. So.
I mean, they can change their name, but
yeah, of course. But like, I don't know. I like
that would ruin your childhood though. And so
I
it's
like Charles because I have versatility with it.
Yeah,
Charles, Chaz, Charlie, Chuck. I've even been
Yahzick.
known as Chuck before.
Yeah,
like it's you know, and also like a name. I think Charles is just like a strong old school name, like
it's a nice name.
Timeless. Like William is that way. I think.
Yeah.
Because you know, and
it doesn't get like overused.
Yeah, and also I think it's because it's due to the versatility. I bet you if you looked at like the most common names throughout history, the most common ones are versatile. Because with William, you have Will, Willie, Bill.
Yeah, Billiam
or Robert. You've got Robert, Bob, Bobby,
Bobbert,
Bobbert,
yeah,
Bobert.
Yeah.
Yeah. So versatility among names.
Probably. I feel
of
like
course, your name's Justin, so
yeah, I know.
That's unique enough.
Yeah.
Have you ever? Is there another one?
Yeah. When I was younger, I used to go by my second middle name, which is Cameron.
No. I mean, is there another Justin on Earth?
Oh, I don't know.
I'm just wondering.
Probably.
It seems like such a unique name, but maybe it's based in something. I don't know. I feel like my family.
I think my dad said something about like numerology.
I think my family goes back to Druids, bro.
Okay, tell me more.
I don't know. I don't want to talk a lot about it.
No.
It's just like
No, I'm just teasing. You're good.
I don't know. I think we're a little in tune with stuff.
Yeah, there is a
and you know, the Druids were the list of like their professions is like they were politicians, they were preachers, they were doctors, they were lawyers, all of which are like career paths in my family tree.
Yeah. No, I mean, I do think that like there is kind of like a gathered experience, like people kind of like radiate the energy like at the congregation. So I mean, like there is something to be said about like even just like kind of like intentions moving forward, like people get feelings around it. Like I never have, but you know,
yeah,
I feel like there's like that's kind of like the same thing. I guess
it's a weird thing, man.
It's in the intangibles.
Yeah, dude. It's like the what do they call it in Stranger Things? The upside down.
Yeah.
If you want to shift into something more fun, we could talk about how Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's first name is Ferdinand, which I did not know.
Like Archduke Franz Ferdinand?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, fill me in.
Okay, well, the reason that I didn't know that is that I always thought, and because I always thought this, I never felt the need to like look it up to correct myself. I always thought that his name was Lou Alcindor. Lewis.
Okay.
So Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is his Muslim name that he gave himself when he converted to Islam.
Okay.
That said, his government name, his given name at birth was Ferdinand Louis Alcindor Jr.
Oh.
I always thought it was just Lou Alcindor, like Lewis.
Oh.
I didn't realize he was rocking Ferdinand at the front of that shit.
Yeah, I didn't.
Because that's kind of, I don't know, man. I feel like if I had Ferdinand,
That's a pretty cool last name.
it's a first name.
I would take it as a last name.
Justin Ferdinand.
Sure, why not?
Oh, that would be actually kind of cool. That
Fuck
sounds
it.
like an anime character.
Yeah, why not? Fuck it.
Oh, speaking of anime,
Yes.
Spy Family.
It is very good.
Dun, 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 dun. Wow,
It's
that's
good.
that's Cowboy Bebop, isn't it?
I'm 100% sure that's Cowboy Bebop.
I don't know why I thought of that music. It's because
It's because it's the best opening thing.
Vibe.
That is the best opening theme.
You think so?
Yeah.
Doom, 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 doom. Yeah,
With
probably.
the visuals, like, get the fuck out of here,
Yeah,
man. Like,
sound
are you
off
kidding
in
me?
the comments.
Samurai
What's your
Champloo?
favorite anime intros?
Samurai Champloo is the second, but like,
Yeah, Cowboy Bebop's an earworm for sure.
that's such a sad show, though. It's
and then the key
so
change.
good.
I
I have
good
it
show.
in my playlist. It's awesome.
It's a good one. I really like the Sabakui Bisco intro. And I like the Spy Family intro.
It's very fun.
I don't know.
What I like about it is it doesn't fall prey to the let's show everything that's happening in this arc in the opening.
Yeah.
It's just like a fun little like picturesque drawings.
Yeah, it's interesting too, like as I've watched more anime in the last few years because of you.
Yeah.
I've started to
it's
notice like the niche between like even among the same genres, just like the different ways that different studios do shit. Like
It's
as
gotten,
far as like the intros and outros, and
it's gotten different lately just
Like
because like more money's throwing into the ring now.
yeah, like I like the chibi.
So it's gotten
shit.
much more like kind of like broken up into segments. Like
Yeah.
there's like 4 or 5 studios that are like just dominating right now.
Sure.
Like I think
Yeah, I
Wit
bet
Studio.
they're
I think it's like
killing it,
Wit
man.
Studio did like the Attack on Titan. Like they were doing all kinds of shit.
Now, is this what they just released of Attack on Titan? Is this the first part of the last season?
Yeah.
I hate when companies do that kind of shit.
I don't know.
You know, they did that with Breaking Bad, and they didn't tell us they were doing that. Did you
I
watch
didn't.
Breaking Bad?
I did.
Did you watch it when it aired? Like, when did you get on? Okay.
I just remember like there was at least one point where I was just like binging it on Netflix.
So you probably just watched it all.
Yeah.
Okay. Because the reason I ask is that
Only real things I remember are the Fly episode, Gus's face.
Yeah.
It's not meth and then throws the thing.
Oh yeah.
There's like 5 or 6 things that I remember from the show, but
There's a fun fact about that scene. But we started watching it when season 4 was airing.
okay.
So we
You were,
watched
like, waiting.
season 4. And when they released season 5, nobody knew that they were only going to release half of it. So we were going up to Sunray Cinema, shout out Sunray Cinema, and 5
Whoop.
Points, because they were showing it weekly. You just go up and sit in the theater and fucking watch Breaking Bad. It was dope. But
It
we
does sound pretty cool.
got to like the 7th
That actually
episode or
does sound
whatever
pretty
it
cool.
was, and then there was just like a fucking thing that was like, the second part of this season will
Will be
return next year.
14 months,
and the
fuckos.
theater was just like, what? That was the beginning of the shit. That's how Game
Yeah.
of Thrones was able to get away with just like nothing for 2 years. That was
Isn't it
the
like
beginning of just like that. You'll shut up and wait
Yeah.
kind of shit. And it's like, you know, I get.
They also did it with like the Harry Potter You know,
yeah.
I feel
Yeah,
like
it's very
I feel like
much-
a bunch of them did that.
It's very much like at the beginning of any of those things. It's like
The prologue,
just like
part
they're
one,
it's
part
just
one,
coming. It's just
section
like
two.
cranking out, and
Yeah.
then, well, you know,
You got to feed the machine, man.
the guy from Lost said that, like, I've heard that the creator of Lost said that, well, it was Abrams, wasn't it? Who did Lost?
I have no idea.
Let's look it up, because I'd rather look it up than sound like a complete idiot.
No, you're good.
But whoever did Lost,
I never finished it.
I never watched it. I think I saw like one episode. It is Abrams. Abrams executive produced it.
Okay, cool.
So I've heard, yeah, and he was one of the creators. So I've heard that he had like 3 seasons, and it just
and then they were
kicked
just
off
like,
so hard. They were like,
suck it
fucking
up,
keep going.
Suck it up, Buttercup. Make
And
more.
that's why,
Yeah.
you know, and that's kind of the same. It's the same floor, different elevator reason for Game of Thrones, right? Because they passed the books. That's when they started getting fucky. When it's like, and of course,
Why
right?
wouldn't you?
Like once you,
Why the fuck wouldn't you?
You've taken the off.
You're
ramp.
making Game of Thrones money.
You've taken the off
Like-
ramp from the source material.
Yeah.
Who the fuck knows what you're going to
Who
end up
cares?
with? Yeah.
No,
yeah.
no matter what you do, it's wrong.
And that dude, that last
Doesn't matter.
episode, that's what it was. That it didn't matter.
Doesn't
It was
matter.
just like, yeah,
They might
Those
as well
dudes-
just they
those
might as well
guys
just
were
pissed
ready to
on it.
make Star Wars.
They don't give a fuck anymore.
They were just like,
No, it's done. It's dead at that point.
They did
'Cause,
that whole
again,
episode with like natural light, and like nobody on Earth could see it. Like
Yeah.
Twitter that night was just like, "Hey, does anybody know what happened?
What the fuck? Yeah. No, yeah. Sucks, but
Yeah." But back to the fun fact about the Breaking Bad thing. That scene, the Gus scene.
yes.
They shot that scene, I want to say 23 times,
Ugh.
and it was
That's hell.
It was hell because it was an
With all that-
explosion.
and all that fucking.
It was an explosion
Oh.
that prompted his walkout, and then they came down, and it's all one static shot of them
so
panning
you,
around.
They just got to do it again.
So they did it, I think, 22 or 23 times.
Ugh.
But here's the cool thing. Vince Gilligan, the creator, told the editing team not to tell him which take was which.
Yeah.
And the take that he picked was the last take.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hey.
And I was like, man, that's got to be hella validating as a director to like
Yeah.
know that like it was worth all of that shit because
'cause,
you got
yeah.
the shot that you wanted.
That's like some Kubrick shit.
I know. Imagine if they were like, we actually had it on the second.
Yeah. Oh.
That would be rough, man. But it's
Yeah. You don't ever want to be caught on the second.
no. What else did I have in here?
I don't know.
Something about fixing the jazz, because we shit on jazz so much harder than I like really knew until I rewatched it.
Yeah,
It
it's
just
pretty
felt
bad.
badly. I also really should have, I think, like hammered in that I was talking about improvisational jazz.
We kind of
And
got
not
there.
just jazz as a genre. Yeah, once I said it.
Yeah.
For all the 100 things I
was
said about
kinda-
how shitty jazz is.
I know. I was also kind of poking the bear a little bit.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Not predisposed.
I mean,
to
people are going
care.
to click on it when it's like
Learn
the
to do
DM from
stuff.
Dungeons and Dragons hates jazz music.
Oh yeah.
And then we get a flood of people watching stuff.
Oh man. So you haven't
You're
been
welcome.
watching Moon Knight
No.
because it's so good.
What is it?
It's so much fun. Moon Knight. I've told you about him. He's Marvel's Batman, although he's
Right.
not. I think that's a reductionist description. I think people use it because it's easy.
Sorry, for some
He's
reason.
actually way more complicated than Batman.
For some reason, when you say that, it sounds like a video game in my head. Like, for some reason, I got that stuck in my head as like something else. So every time I hear you say that, I'm like, what game are you talking about?
Moon
And then it's
Knight.
like, oh, god damn it. It's the thing from the
Yeah,
Marvel
dude.
fucking thing.
He's badass. The show has departed a bit from the comic, but not in any ways that have pissed me off, and I'm a fan.
Well, hey.
I've said before, dude, I've waited since I saw the first Avengers movie in the theaters. I've had it in my head that like I need a Moon Knight property. Like
You're
give
like,
me a
fuck.
show or a
Oh.
movie, please.
Yeah.
And I've watched them make fucking Bro, they made Iron Fist before they made Moon Knight, okay? Like,
I don't.
the
Well, to be
amount
fair,
of
like,
characters that have gotten their fucking thing
yeah,
before Moon Knight. But I'll say that, like, it has been worth the wait, I think. This guy, Oscar Isaac's got real chops, I think. Because you have to. Because the character has multiple personality disorder. So he's different people.
yeah.
So the main guy he is Mark Spector. And Mark Spector was a mercenary.
They've really got to, like, man, I really hope they don't try to, like, make it like a Deadpool type thing.
It's pretty violent.
Yeah, but I mean, like, with like, just making it like, you know, oh, hey, it's Ryan Reynolds just, like, talking bullshit.
Yeah. Man, he is handsome, though, that guy.
That's why it works.
Jesus Christ, dude. He's one of those guys that, like, every time I see that guy, I'm just like, he, like, looks better every time I see him.
It's like, what are you gonna do about it?
I saw a TikTok of his the other day. I was just like, what the fuck is happening? It's like Keanu Reeves. It's just like, how did you go from, like, when you look at him in, like, 1991.
Yeah, the year I was born.
And then it's like,
same.
He's like,
it's like kind of great a little bit.
It's bizarro.
Yeah.
Maybe those are really like aliens. Maybe they're just
or just like
the
you know,
aliens living among us.
Take care of themselves, I guess, because they have access to things.
That too, yeah.
So they're kind of like the best example.
Oh my god, dude! And no more politics.
No.
Keeping it about.
I'm not like
rich
shitting on that either. Like,
there's the rich. There is no left and right. That's why I don't want to talk about politics anymore. I
want to talk about economics.
They don't exist. They really don't. They really don't. It's the rich and us. That's what it is. It's the owners, the elites, and the regular people. And that's all that ever matters.
Socialist alert. How's it feel, bro? Sitting here, we were talking about the proletariat like that? Like, fuck you.
Oh, man. Who said that I wasn't part of the bourgeoisie?
I'm just saying, like, I don't know.
How do you know what I'm doing?
I don't know.
How do you
You
know
might be
what
an agent.
Yeah, my connections. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I got friends in the Pentagon and shit.
I mean, you do wear, like, Russian pants. So...
First of all, these are Middle Eastern pants, if anything, not Russian.
Oh, okay.
The Russians couldn't wear these pants. You'd freeze in these
I don't
things.
know what to tell you. Like,
This is
obviously
for-
not that exact pair.
Yeah.
Like, obviously,
Okay,
like, there's
well, I
different
didn't buy them from Russia.
Yeah, that's okay.
Candy Husky. They're probably, who knows? Everything's made in China now anyways. So what difference does it make?
It doesn't make any
Why would you
difference.
make anything in this country?
Even if you did, you're making it with products that you got from other countries. So,
Ooh, what do you think's going to happen with the vape stuff?
I don't know. I really don't.
You think they're going to pull? Why wouldn't they pull flavors? They did it with tobacco-based.
Yeah. I don't think it would stop. I don't. My problem is that I don't think that, like, prohibition works.
Of course it doesn't. There's track records of it not working.
So it's like, would I rather have? I mean, like,
i.e. the war on drugs.
yeah. Like, let's be real.
It's just a thing I think that should be an everyone issue. Because you can look historically and through both sides of administrations, they've both been just pushing. Trying to, if it was up to either one of them, they'd get rid of it entirely because all of their pockets are lined by big tobacco.
Well, I mean, I think there's also, like, the worry that, like, hasn't been around for 40 years. So we don't know, like, the extent of it, but it's like, I don't know, when the track record looks good so far.
Yeah.
I don't think that leads to a level where you're like, okay, now this is like an epidemic that needs to be resolved. Like that right now, that's what we need to be worrying about. I don't know. It's just the same with, like,
definitely other concerns.
It's the same with, like, a lot of other, like, social issues right now. It's like, guys, come on, man. Like, not right now.
Yeah.
Like, we got a lot of shit happening right now. Like, there's a lot of bullshit happening.
Yeah.
All over the place.
Ooh, did I tell you?
Literally all over the world. There's just shit flying everywhere.
Didn't I tell you? Did I read you that email that I got from Google?
No.
I didn't?
Not that I'm... no.
Oh, I think I read it to Bobby. I didn't read it to you.
Okay. Okay, I see.
This is crazy.
That's what I get for being the kind of friend that'll hang up on you. When you
I got... yeah, exactly.
Cars.
I
Do it for the meme, baby. Let's go.
I got this email from Google AdSense last week. Now, Google AdSense is the arm of Google that pays people.
Okay.
Right. So like, ads run on all the kinds of different platforms in different ways, but it all comes back to AdSense.
Right.
Where you collect money that you've earned from the ads and stuff. So I got this fucking email from AdSense, and I guess I could just search AdSense about.
You could probably do that.
Listen to this, dude.
That'd probably work.
This is an important notice
Seems
update
like a good
regarding
plan.
Ukraine.
Okay.
Now, by the way, this was sent to my this channel email. Now I'm publishing stuff, but like I don't publish on like regularly on this channel.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to now.
Yeah.
But I haven't up to this point. So that just shows that they just sent it to anybody who's probably ever made a video ever.
Probably.
Dear publisher, due to the war in Ukraine, we will pause monetization of content that exploits, dismisses, or condones the war. Please note, we have already been enforcing on claims related to the war in Ukraine when they violated existing policies. This update is meant to clarify and in some cases expand our publisher guidance as it relates to this conflict. This pause includes, but is not limited to, claims that imply victims are responsible for their own tragedy, or similar instances of victim blaming, such as claims that Ukraine is committing genocide or deliberately attacking its own citizens.
Wait. Deliberately attacking their own citizens?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's not real. And
okay. I've heard enough. Gotcha.
Hopefully you've heard enough too, because I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Nope, that's all you had to say?
Yeah, man, that's just,
Got it. I got you. Yeah, we're good.
So, what else is new? Oh, I didn't finish telling you about Moon Knight. Mark Spector was a missionary. And a mercenary. Not a missionary.
Hey, that's okay.
He's Wouldn't it be funny if he was a missionary?
Yeah.
That'd have made it funnier. Anyway, he almost died in Egypt because he got double-crossed by this guy. This is supposed to be his friend. And he was left to die. And he was visited by the god of the moon, the Egyptian god of the moon, Khonshu.
Oh.
Khonshu saves Mark Spector's life in exchange for being able to use Mark Spector's body as his avatar.
Okay, so it's kind of like, isn't that how, like, is it like Shazam or one of them? Like, isn't there another one where it's similar, where like a god kind of like...
Probably. Anyway, what's interesting about it is that Mark Spector has multiple personalities. So Khonshu has a barter with Mark Spector. But the other one is Stephen Grant. In the comics, Stephen Grant is a billionaire, which is why there's a lot of, I think, comparisons to Batman. In the comics, he's a billionaire who uses his money to fund Moon Knight's exploits. His other alter, he has a bunch of alters, but his other main alter is... Jake Lockley. And Jake Lockley is a cab driver, and he's more of like the detective alter. So like he's cool. Got his ear to the streets, and like he gathers intel and shit. But in the show, they've made Stephen Grant like this fucking like goofy like simp museum guy, and that's fine too. It's a good character. In fact, the way that they did it has actually been really enjoyable, because the beginning, it's from Steven's point of view, and off rip I was like, why are we starting with Steven? And then it occurred to me that like, oh, not a lot of people know Moon Knight lore, so it wouldn't matter anyway. Yeah, right. Like
it would be the same for me.
People that are watching it for the first time don't know the difference. Yeah. So like, the few of us that are fans, I'm sure anybody else as a Moon Knight fan was where I was for the first 10 minutes. Like, why are we starting with Steven? And the reason that we're starting with Steven is that all of the violence in the first episode you don't see. because you're in Steven's POV, he cuts in and out from what's going on. So like he's surrounded by all these guys, and then he
like an altar?
blacks out, and then when he comes back, they're all dead around him in a circle.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. At one point, he wakes up driving like in a car chase, driving backwards.
That's okay.
It's great. So that's why they did it that way. So they changed Steven a bit, but
I mean, it feels like it's okay for, you know, the video, like the visual adaptation of it.
yeah, and they're also making Jake the violent alter, which is usually more of a Mark thing. But it's clear that like they're about to introduce the third. Yeah, spoiler alert, by the way. I guess if anybody's watching it and not up to date, but I don't know.
mind spoilers.
I think Moon Knight is like, you know, the real fans kind of already know what's going on, and like the people that don't know what's going on anyway. So
Yeah.
it's a unique one in that way. But they're making Jake the violent one because they've established a third altar without naming it, and they've established that some crazy violences went down that Mark has not taken credit for. So, and it's obviously not Steven. So,
Gotcha.
I think that they're gonna use Jake to be the violent altar, which is fine too. I've enjoyed it so far. I think Oscar Isaac's done a really good job of both Steven and Mark.
Hell yeah.
It's cool shit.
So you used to read the comic?
Yeah.
Hell
Yeah, man. Because I didn't like Batman.
Yeah.
I didn't relate to Batman in any way. And, you know, the maybe I related to Moon Knight because of like mental illness.
Maybe.
Because, you know, that appealed to me. Like Cyclops appealed to me. Because he was like, well, we've talked about this before about how like I'm a fan of like the Boy Scouts. Because like my two favorite heroes are probably Superman and Cyclops.
Gotcha.
And I like Moon Knight a lot. But I probably did relate to Moon Knight because he was like fucked up.
Yeah.
I always thought the Punisher was cool. So
Yeah.
I never read a lot of Punisher, but I always thought
I didn't
Punisher
either.
was cool. But I mean, I read that the reason that I'm a Cyclops fan is because I started on the Uncanny X-Men.
Oh, okay.
Wolverine didn't exist. The Uncanny X-Men was
Gotcha.
the first run of X-Men comics.
Oh, okay. So we're talking like the
original.
yeah. Okay, gotcha.
Because
Like early,
because Cyclops was the first X-Man.
right?
He
I feel like I know. I feel like I knew that, but I did not know that offhand.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't the first one to exist.
Well,
I
no, but he
shouldn't
was like the
say
first
that, but he was
character
the
introduced.
first. I should say he was the first member of the Academy. Because Xavier brought him in. Because I mean, obviously Xavier already had his abilities.
Of course.
But Cyclops was the first like member of the fucking school, and that was back when
what a good
Colossus was good, and it was so I think the squad was Cyclops, Beast. I might be wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure it was Cyclops, Beast, Storm, Colossus, and Angel.
Sounds
Those
right.
were the original 5. And dude, Cyclops is the shit. And
It
then
is really
in the
like
90s, like the late 80s, 90s, when Wolverine came in,
yeah.
and they were like, well, we need somebody to, you know, stand up again. And it's very much Iron Man, Captain America vibes. This term is, they're like, we need an opposition. That's
Yeah.
what Wolverine was, really. Was just
He's
like
like
an
jumps back
internal
and forth.
opposition.
He was
to,
like a Vegeta.
yeah, to the Boy Scout that Cyclops is. And of course, like everybody loved
Of course.
Wolverine
Yeah.
because he's got 15 movies.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and also it's Hugh Jackman. So
Yeah, well, that dude is a tour de force. I have to say.
his abs are a tour de force.
Talk about handsome and just talented. I mean, if you see The Greatest Showman
I will say though, like
or Les
I
Mis,
fucking hated the X-Men Origins one where like it was the first time that they had done Deadpool, so I think it was like the third one. But it was like when they had him and they sewed his mouth shut.
oh, that
You know
was
what I'm talking
I think that was X-Men 3.
That was horrible.
Yeah, dude, the X-Men movies were shit.
Dog shit. I
They
kind
were
of like
so bad.
I was super young, so like
I hated
I
all
loved
of it.
them.
I hated all of it. I hated what they did with Rogue.
I
hated what they did with
I
Rogue.
hated what they did. I hate it.
Well, I did.
What did they do to her?
Well, my biggest beef with the X-Men movies is that they made Scott look like a bitch for the sake
That's
of making
fair.
Wolverine.
Of
for the
course.
sake of making
Of
Wolverine
course.
look cool, which I understand.
It's what the people want.
Yes,
But yeah,
But it's
I
not
understand.
what fucking I wanted.
Yeah, I get it.
So I was mad about that. And then I was mad that Rogue, like, they focused really heavy on, like, the stealing powers thing. Like, they made it all about that. That's a tertiary power of hers. She barely even used it. I don't even think she got it for a long time. That ability was an afterthought. Rogue had super strength.
Which one's
Remember in
Rogue?
the cartoons, the girl, the country girl that's got the like brunette hair with the white stripe.
What's her power though?
Well, her power is super strength. In the movie, her power is that she steals other people's powers.
Oh, got you.
Yeah,
I know exactly who you're talking about now.
Anna Paquin played her in the movies.
Okay, gotcha.
So that annoyed me. It annoyed me that there was no Gambit.
Yeah.
Because I love Gambit.
Gambit's a cool
and he's
character.
Such a badass character.
He's such
Why
a
would
fun
you
character.
not fucking run Gambit?
Yeah.
Like, so I don't know. It just
Yeah.
I didn't really like him.
Yeah.
I was never really a fan.
I think for me it was more like I'm not coming at it from like an X-Men aficionado. So like when I was like a kid and it was like, oh, this is awesome to look at.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, that's what it was like for me. It's just I
Yeah.
feel more strongly about it, I guess.
That's fair. I'm
Just-
surprised, man. Like, can you imagine? Like, think about it for a second. Like with One Piece, okay? I'm sorry, but like,
oh man,
this is gonna spoil. Like, if you're not reading the manga, or whatever, like, it doesn't really matter. Everyone's gonna know anyway. Literally everybody. Like, if you type One Piece on YouTube, it's like you'll see it everywhere.
Oh yeah.
But his power is like Toon Magic
Oh
or whatever.
yeah,
Now
I saw you. You sent me the. Oh, and by the way, you're a ding dinger.
what?
By the way, you're one of those fucking people.
I'm sorry,
That's like,
I didn't mean to do that.
Bing, bing. You did that to me about this the other day.
I'm sorry.
I didn't read it all or
Oh,
comprehend it.
it was
all.
because I forgot
you were like,
that.
bro, the goom goom treat.
Shut up!
They
that's fair.
ate and then it's just like
Yeah.
paragraph.
Sorry,
paragraph.
sorry. I got excited about it. I don't know. Like I thought. Can you think of any other character that like all of a sudden after 25 years of like a build up, it's something stupid like that?
Well, what is it? I don't know what it is.
He's rubber hose animation now, so he can basically just do whatever he wants. The idea is like it doesn't like give him like a strength power up, but like it's literally he ate like a completely different fruit, so he's not a rubber boy. So it's not the gum thing. None of those are actually like what his thing is. It's been a cover up this entire time because it's like this mythical god fruit actually. So it turns out he's like the chosen one, you know, because he like revives as it or whatever.
Man.
But it manifests itself as like if he thinks it's funny, it works. Like he can do it. So like there, you know, he can like he does a lot of the stuff like from like Looney Tunes where he'll be like running on the clouds and then make fire and then like make the trail as he like runs back to the islands, you know?
Right.
Or like just pull up his like dick to just like jump up over the thing so like it just goes underneath them. You know, just stupid shit.
I don't know. People probably felt this way about how Game of Thrones ended.
I feel like there's not a lot of like hatred for it though, which is nice because like, you know, it's a really like I can't think of anyone else.
Do you feel like it's something that you can just deal with?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Oh well, there
it
you
makes
go.
sense. There's been a lot of like notes,
Hints.
yeah,
towards that.
throughout the entire thing. You know,
Yeah, I thought that you were complaining
no, I love it.
because I got like flashbacks of Game of Thrones because
Oh, sure.
like what you were talking about, like they built up Jon Snow for so long, and
It's
the
kinda like-
fact
yeah,
that he was
kinda.
like, you know, it could be argued that he was next in line. You know, there are some. I think that you could argue that it was either him or Dany, but that was fine because he and Dany were allies. So the way that it ended, and people who know,
Yeah,
it was just like,
Never
what
seen it.
was even the point of any of that?
yeah.
I mean,
Well-
truly, it meant it was all for naught. It meant nothing.
Right.
And these were big reveals
Throughout the entire.
But again, I think it was it was a situation where they had gone off book, and it's like, well,
Yeah.
fuck, Martin wouldn't have done that.
Well, it's like, I don't know. Like, I think the difference is, like, in this scenario, there are so many things that he had to do to get to this point. So it was kind of like a lottery, like a pachinko machine kind of thing.
Yeah.
He just happened to be the correct candidate for it because he needed he has the right naming scheme. He ate the correct fruit, which is the human fruit.
Right.
Model god, essentially.
Jeez.
But it's not like it's the sun god, it's the slaves god, because he's known as the liberator.
Okay.
They call him Joy Boy because he puts smiles on everyone's faces and brings everyone out of, which is like, oh yeah, that's what he's been doing this entire time. So it's like, okay,
yeah, that's what that's what Danny was. She was the freer of men.
Yeah. Kind of a, so it's like, I like it because it's also not like a super power up. It's just kind of like he'll punch through your face will turn to rubber and then it'll bounce back. Like it's like it didn't get stronger. It's just he can do literally, like, if it makes him laugh. Yeah. If he likes it. Like, if he can think of it, like, he just turns himself into a giant just so he can play jump rope with this guy. The strongest creature on earth, the guy with the highest bounty. First thing he does is he turns into a giant and then grabs him and then starts jumping rope with him.
That's craziness.
It's awesome. And like,
I know, but where do you go from there?
Oh,
if he's jump roping with the highest bounty on earth.
Well, then he like blasts him in his face, and that's when he like flies away, and he's like, "Oh, you better not have done that," and then just like runs back on the sky to get back to him, and then they start fighting, and they're all both tired, so they're still going at it.
Still fighting.
Yeah.
I know, but what happens next? Then wouldn't he have the highest bounty then?
Yeah, but that wouldn't get him to his goal.
Well, his goal is to be the pirate king.
Yeah, to be free.
Which is, what does that mean?
To find the treasure at the end. Like, I think the idea here is,
I mean, I feel like if you've been going for 1,000 episodes and you don't have the treasure.
Well, that's like, yeah. I mean, like, they have like, there are characters who have seen it. Like, there are like hints towards what it is. There's a lot of like insinuations you can make from different things that are happening, from like side plots here and there. Like, there's this backstory going on. So like, it's not really about just that. Yeah. So it feels kind of like a cop out, because the people are like, well, what the hell is it? It's like, is it going to be fucking friendship? It's like, no, it's a literal thing.
Oh no, it's very much a thing that he hasn't decided what it is yet.
Yeah. Bingo.
As a writer, it's just like,
he even has like Luffy, like even has the mermaid princess who can call all of the Sea Kings out to like fight. She's known as the weapon Poseidon. And that's why the military like really wanted that shit. Sanji wants that shit too, because he's just really horny all the time. It's a good time.
So Spy Family's good.
Yes.
Dress Up Darling is good.
Yeah.
Sabaku Hibisco is good.
Yeah, those are all done for now though.
Yeah.
Or at least, or forever.
Spy Family's not done.
No, but like the other ones you named were like two of them.
Yeah, but Dress Up Darling is like, oh, and did you see the trailer for Demon Slayer 3?
I did.
It looks when really is it cool. Coming?
2023.
Ugh, Christ.
Yeah. It was smart though to do the scroll thing.
Yeah.
That was like.
Also, I'm really excited about the new sword. I'm like, what that means.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm not gonna say it. It's fun.
Yeah, you already know, but I'm excited to find out. I don't know. I've been on TikTok
it doesn't really ruin
a lot, man.
I know you haven't.
A lot.
You mentioned it a lot.
There's funny shit on there.
I know. I believe it.
There's a lot of earworm stuff.
Why the fuck? I don't know. Why the fuck am I not doing stuff on TikTok?
I don't know.
Because nobody. Yeah.
Oh, dude. People just, it's you just gotta get in there and do it, and then it's fun, and then it's whatever, and then it's just there. It's like, I don't know, it's hard to explain. The coolest thing to me about it, and I didn't understand this until I started using it, is like, it's a different thing than just like Vine or YouTube. What are you doing?
I don't know.
Slouching down after you started this episode by complaining about how you look shorter than me.
Yeah.
So now I don't even know what I was talking about.
Sorry.
That's your superpower. We've discussed that before. Yeah. The derailing ability.
Sorry, I didn't mean to derail. I thought it'd be funny.
I really don't know what I was talking about.
I'm sorry.
And you don't know because you weren't listening.
Not at all.
Oh no.
I'm sorry.
Oh well.
I was just thinking about the
TikTok.
Yes.
The thing that's cool about it is the sounds thing. Like, it's not just like you make a video. It's like there are like memes within there that like everybody's making their own version of, like the roll your D&D character thing.
Yeah.
Like, there's so much of that. And then there's this one that's like, it's this line from Euphoria that's so funny. That's like, there's this girl, Maddie. And anyway, one of the girls like makes this play, and it's very obviously about the high school kids.
Okay.
And so Maddie is this like, she's like a mean girl.
Oh.
And she's
You mean like from like the movie Mean Girls?
Yeah.
Okay.
And she's kind of like clueless a little. So there's this moment, and it's like halfway through the play, and Maddie looks over to her friend, and she's like, "Wait a minute, is this fucking play about us?" And it's so funny, and it's a sound that people use on TikTok. Oh man, and the New York people, that's a
Have a
laugh
field day.
every time. Anything in New York, people just like this dude. I watched this dude do like a front flip. You know that? You know that?
I watched this dude do a front flip.
It's like a breakdancing move when you like front flip into like a laying position on the concrete.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Did it on the sidewalk. And it was like, "What's up, motherfucker?" It was so like, it's just New York, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't think I could handle living in a city that big. I think not going to LA all those years ago was the best choice I ever made for like my career and my mental health.
It's amazing that you say like your mental health is better from being in Florida.
I know, right?
It's wild.
I saw somebody talking about that the other day about how like I'm
going to be honest, we're not really in like Florida.
I mean,
like
we kind of are
getting there, but like not the thicket of it.
I mean,
I feel like there's a lot of like breakdowns.
We're a car ride away from.
I know.
The thick
I'm not
of it.
saying that. I'm not saying that we're like separated from it. I'm just saying that, like, you know.
Well, it's a state of mind anyway, man.
Yeah.
Like, and look, I hate it here, but
That's
like,
pretty
where am I?
dog shit.
But where am I gonna go?
I don't know, Detroit.
Jesus, yeah, you can get a house for a fucking $1 in Detroit. Of course, you have to live in Detroit. I mean, I don't mean to shit on Detroit. Like, I like Michigan. I lived in Michigan. It's, you know, it's not a fault of the people that are there. It's just a fault of like, you know, I mean, all the fucking auto industry's leaving in the 70s to go make cheaper shit and overseas.
I would love to
you can't fault the people of Michigan for that shit. These, you know, they built their entire economy around these 3 car manufacturers, and then they all were just like, sorry, profits over everything. See you around. And then they just ruined the fucking city. Here's a bunch of lead
in your water.
Yeah. Oh, and here's some crack cocaine while we're at it. Yeah. And then it's like, of course.
There you go.
Of course that place is in shambles. And and the water stuff too. Jesus. Yeah. Fuck, man. Like
there's part of me that wants to just like run away to Canada.
I think it'll be less of an issue in Canada.
Plus, I don't know.
But then again, I mean, I have friends in Switzerland, so maybe I'll just go there.
There's your once.
That's my out.
Once per podcast, humble brag from Charles. Every time everybody gets one.
Oh man.
Yeah,
okay,
I just got a couple friends in Switzerland.
I'm sure that people
just
have
like, I
friends
just hang out with
all
them.
over the world.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I'm thinking out loud. It's an option for me.
With you, man.
It's an option.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's just.
Oh boy.
I think it's the next couple of years that are going to matter the most. My cousin and I were talking recently about how the physical world is dying. And you know, in the next 10, 15 years, left, right, or center is not going to matter because all of these retail jobs are going to go away. All of these trucking jobs are going to go away.
Yeah.
Retail as we know it is dead, man. It's gone. It'll never be the same ever again. These brick and mortar stores are going to close. These fucking office buildings are going to close.
There's no way to...
Because here's the thing. Not only did they discover in the pandemic that they could do it remotely, but these companies found out that allows them to profit even more.
Yeah.
Because they don't have to provide any fucking like coffee or shit for employees.
It's a
They don't
win-win.
have to pay electricity on the fucking. They don't have to pay a $9,000 phone bill,
or like
when they have somebody at home using their cell phone.
the rent for the building to house all these people to do the work in.
Right.
Yeah.
And then what do you do with that land? And does it even matter? Because let's be honest, folks. If you take a look around anywhere, the old world is dying. This physical world is dying. And I'm not saying that we're all going to like jump into the Matrix tomorrow, but I'm saying that this is the beginning of our species recognizing that we need the physical world less and less.
For sure. For sure.
What are you? What are you being held hostage? What is this, a Stockholm syndrome scenario?
No.
You giving the camera
Just
like
whatever.
cheeky fourth
You
wall
can't-
looks?
No, you can't prove that.
I could certainly prove it when I review the footage later.
Yeah.
I don't even know how long we've been going on this thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go up and check. There was one thing that I was gonna say, and I didn't write it down. Oh, Dick Fight Island.
Dick Fight Island. Love it.
Let's play the game.
Love it.
Let's play the game with you.
Okay.
Is it a manga?
I'm on board, baby.
Is it an anime? Or is it an hentai?
Wait. I didn't. Hang on.
I'm so
I thought
excited
this was like a
I remembered it. Oh my god.
This is like a theoretical thing. Okay, so wait.
Oh, there isn't shit theoretical about this.
No. I thought you were being like. Okay. One more time.
Dick Fight Island.
Yeah.
Is it an anime, a manga, or a hentai?
I'm gonna go with manga.
It is a manga.
Okay.
Okay. Have you heard of it before?
No, God, no. I don't search like.
I saw it somehow on TikTok.
Yeah.
I think somebody was like, "The fuck is this?"
Yeah.
And they were in like an anime store or some shit.
I don't think it's like a I don't know.
Okay, it's a manga.
Yeah.
It was published in 19.
Okay.
It's set in a fictional. It's set in a fictional
Fictional.
island archipelago,
Sure.
only recently discovered by the outside world, where a competition is held every 4 years to decide the new king.
Okay.
The competition is a fight between champions representing the 8 clans, with the men who orgasm first losing the battle.
It's a good turn. Continue. I mean, like I get, like okay, yeah.
It's set in Palau Yangunda, a fictional archipelago made up of 8 islands that was not discovered by the outside world until the end of the 20th century.
Yeah.
King of the
Why not?
archipelago is decided in a contest held every 4 years called the Great Worm Tournament.
Of course, yeah, you gotta.
With each of the 8 clans that make up the people of the archipelago
they
sending
got,
out their
like,
champions.
It's literally like who just last.
They face each other
Is that what you're telling
in
me?
a series of one-on-one fights.
Yeah.
The winner being the person who can make the other orgasm first. Thus, the champions go into their fights with armor that was designed for the manhood growing larger and more elaborate by the year. Wait a minute. I said that in a weird cadence, so it didn't make as much sense as it should, even though it doesn't make sense.
I don't think
It was
there's fixing
designed
that.
for the manhood,
Right.
growing larger and more elaborate by the year.
Gotcha.
However, in keeping with local custom, of course, the men wear
'Cause you
clothes.
gotta.
The men wear clothes displaying the buttocks. This
Sure.
being considered a proud statement of manliness. The story's central character is Hart, a member of the Jewel tribe, who has been studying abroad for 4 years and has returned to take part in the tournament. And I think they're making it an anime.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not surprised.
Oh, I'm so happy I remembered that. Because I was going to
I am
bring that
too,
up
man.
at the beginning of the podcast.
Oh, that would've
when
been-
I was on the way to the store, I was thinking I'm going to bring that up like out of the gate. It's going to be Dick Fight Island right out of the
Yo.
shoot, and then I totally
Suck
forgot
pussies, Dick Fight Island. Like, hey man,
Yeah, pretty much.
if you don't name this episode Dick Fight Island, yeah, there you go. That one.
I know. I do have to name it
that
Dick
one,
Fight
That
Island.
one is
because it's so insane.
Well, come on, man. Is it really that outlandish?
I don't know. I guess that's true. I guess there's no and by the way, I think that's just a result of animation in terms of your freedom with what you can do. Like if you could do more in physical stuff, you would. I think you see that even in American cinema as CGI has improved. Like it's not for
it's becoming more and more just like how well can you make it look.
Yeah,
it's really become like not the best actor, but the person who can act best under these particular circumstances and look this particular way.
Yeah.
Well,
they can afford to be that way now too, because there's so much more access. Like all of the gatekeepers have been knocked down in the last decade, like in the music industry and in the entertainment industry in general. Like you can exist in your own lane independently now. I mean, you don't even need YouTube, really. Like, if you had enough of a following, you could just have your own website. Plenty of people do it. A lot of the talking political heads do it, where they're just like, oh, here's my website, and
fucking DavidPackman.com.
Send me $10 a month, Patreon's a thing. So it's like, you don't, that's the other side of the cancel culture thing.
Yeah.
Is that it's just like,
I was at Michael Cthulhu's Patreon.
Michael Cthulhu.
Yeah, he's that guy he's awesome. He makes those like giant swords and stuff. If you haven't checked out his stuff.
Did you say swords?
Swords and stuff?
I think you said swords.
Okay, well, I'm sorry for that.
No,
I did
strange.
I apologize for
it was just strong gag.
Listen,
it was just
I put the emphasis on the wrong syllable.
Oh man.
No, but he makes those giant ass fucking swords, like badass shit.
Yeah.
He's wild.
Is he the guy that makes like the Captain America shield and shit? Have you seen that guy?
I've seen that guy, but different guy.
Different guy.
I like
because that guy, the guy that makes the Captain America shield, they make all the Marvel weapons. I think they make Mjolnir and like.
Yeah. Michael Cthulhu does like
just
like
swords.
orders for people. The idea is like
okay.
he makes you like.
Oh, so he's like a blacksmith.
I would say he's more of a welder.
Okay.
I'm not, but like,
I mean, do his videos show the process, or do his videos?
That's the best, dude. It's the best.
That's cool.
It's weird, like, because it's like 3.5 hours. Like, it'll be like a full experience of like from beginning to end, like the entire process.
That is wild.
And he is just the coolest dude. And it's kind of like Bob Ross, but like a heavy metal, like blacksmith,
like a swordsman.
Yeah, he's just like,
oh, we'll just give this little guy a clink here.
He puts on like just like this like heavy music. He always like puts like, I'll pull it up. I'll like fucking show you
it's
shit.
Like
it's awesome.
And he's like, okay, guys, today we're gonna
well, yeah. I mean, I think it's more like podcast or whatever. But like, at the end, he'll always like take the giant ass like fucking thing that he's built, like the monstrosity that he's released, and it'll be something like a Warhammer 40K sword. Like he did the Buster sword from Final Fantasy VII.
Oh,
he does all that stuff.
He made Guts sword, didn't he? Yeah, I know.
I think he did it several times.
Yeah.
He does all the cool. He's the best one that does. Like, he's the best at it.
It's weird too. Like
that's why I gave him money for it. I was like, dog, I binged the shit out of that when there was like work was like slow because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
I binged the fuck out of that.
Dude, I love watching those, like the car detailing videos, and there's a rug cleaning guy who's cool as shit. Like
restoration.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I just watched the restoration of an old shotgun earlier today.
Yeah.
It's just like
I don't know why. There's just that satisfying, like it scratches that itch, you know?
Yeah, most definitely.
But yeah.
Well, I think we're at an hour.
Yeah.
I think we did it.
Fuck yeah.
I think we did another episode. What is that? 84?
Is it 84 already?
I think so.
I think it was Sean. Hey, sorry about last week.
What was last week?
We missed last week.
Oh.
And he was like, "Hey, where's the thing?" And I was like,
"Oh, he commented on one of the older ones." Yeah.
So,
sorry, man.
I'm sorry.
We didn't make it. All kinds of shit going on. My sister-in-law got married.
We're back, baby. No one gives a shit about that.
My car was broken down.
I'm joking. Congratulations. It's a wonderful time.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
To my sister-in-law and her new husband.
Yeah. Mazel tov.
But yeah, I'm out of stuff.
That stuff.
Yeah, I'm out of ideas and thoughts and things to say.
Gotcha.
I had an emotional afternoon.
You did.
But that's okay.
It is.
We'll move on.
Yeah.
We press on.
Yeah.
So, follow us on Facebook,
Yeah.
Instagram, and Twitter, I guess. I don't like Twitter anymore. I'm going to
Yeah.
try and avoid that. I want to start making...
I'm irritated fart
we
on
should start
Twitter.
making... we should start making... No
And
Big
on
Banana. We should start making No Big Banana TikToks.
Yeah.
Don't we
I have it.
one?
Yeah, I made it.
Good. Well, then start making stuff.
What
You need to get on there, bro. I'm telling you, you don't get it until you get in it.
I know, but
You have to get
you know how
in it.
cultish that sounds right now. Like, bro, you
fine.
don't
It's
understand.
just the
You
next
don't
thing,
understand.
bro.
Jesus is the best thing in your life.
This is how I was
You just
about-
don't understand. You have Satan in you right
This is
now.
how I
You've
was
got-
about Facebook.
That's how it fucking sounds.
This is how
Yeah.
I was about Facebook. I was like, MySpace is fine.
I already have enough
Come
problems.
on, man.
Dog, do you know how much like I already have enough problems with like YouTube and shit. Like I don't need another video.
See that
thing to,
one
like-
I sent you with the cosplay stuff?
No.
You gotta get on there. I'll show it to you.
I
I'll show
bet
you
you
what's
will.
going on. All right.
All right.
See you around, everybody.
Goodbye.
Thanks for coming and sticking and hanging around for all this.
Yeah. Have a good one.